goes topics frequently. I mean, yeah, let's talk about. So
Stop
you know
it.
what today we're gonna go
Yo.
topics.
Roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What?
This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?
Hey, Kevin, do you want some lasagna?
Basically like a barrel.
I made lasagna.
What?
I made lasagna.
Who's Tanya?
What?
What?
Kevin, do you want some lasagna?
You stepped in what?
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 What? What?
I made lasagna.
Tomorrow is mañana.
What?
Good afternoon, guys, and thanks for tuning in to this lunchtime learning session here on CMA Connected, presented by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Now, today we're going to dive deep, and I love it when we go deep like this because this is a brand that we've had on several occasions. They've come on and they've educated us. They've talked about, the science behind sound damping and the differentiation between sound damping and soundproofing, and they've showed us the different levels of products that they have. They've even brought on, specialty guests and installers. Well, this time we're going to go even deeper because I think they're on a mission today, folks. And if you're serious about sound damping and you're into high-end car audio and you're into controlling the sound in this environment, you're going to want to pay close attention to today's show because we're going to dive deep and we're going to fold out all the different layers that is STP or Standartplast when it comes to sound damping materials. On the show today, we've got several different guests, all coming in with a specialty angle. We're even going to go straight to Russia and talk to somebody who's going to really shed some light on a couple of key elements that you need to know. If you're a shop tuning in, there's a lot of different offerings out there, and we here sorry about that. A little bit of glitch. So I was just wanted to say, I have never had so much information to digest and put together to prepare for this show here. So take your notebook out. This is going to be one that really is going to educate you guys, the dealers, on some of the differences out there when it comes to different offerings in the sound damping category. And today it's all about STP. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring on some of our guests. First, I'd like to bring on two guests to take care of STP Canada. Yes, our very homebred Canadian boys. You've seen them before. Let's start with Mr. Ilya Rizkov. What's going on, Ilya?
Hey, how are you, Ben?
Good to see you again, sir.
Nice. Yeah, I'm glad to be back, as always.
Yes, well, you've been very kind to us with sharing some of the knowledge that you have, like I said before. But I think this one we're going to take it up a couple notches. But before we talk about that, let's go ahead and bring on Mr. Bogdan as well, the other part of STP. How's it going, Bogdan? Thanks for making the time.
Good, thank you, Ben. Thank you for having us again here, and we're very excited to share some knowledge with you guys again.
And I just wanted to add that this year, in November 11th, we celebrate 25 years in business.
Wow!
So it's
let's start with that.
Year, yeah.
25 years STP has been around, eh?
Yeah.
That's something that probably most of our dealers don't even know. So that's very important that that you bring that up. So what are you doing to celebrate?
We are actually having a massive discount both for our dealers and retail on the website right now.
Ooh.
25%. And if you're watching right now, and if you're going to connect with us until the end of today, we're going to give you additional 5% discount as
Holy
dealer.
Smokes.
Yeah.
Live.
Not only that, we also brought our Russian gurus from manufacturing plant, and
These are the guys that never see the light of day, right? Like you keep them in a cave, locked up. You give them a little tray of food twice a day to make sure they're fed. But today we let them out. Today we let them out, and we're gonna bring them on to CMA Connected. So why don't you introduce this gentleman that we're bringing on, Ilya?
Okay, you're gonna bring him in first.
Yes, sir. There he is.
Here's Vladimir.
Hello. Glad to hear.
Official voice of Standartplast YouTube English.
Yeah, hi there. This is STP.
You might recognize his voice if you've seen some of the STP videos and training videos. This is the voice. The moment he came on and I met Vlad, I know this voice. I've heard this guy before. How are you doing, Vladimir? Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you for opportunity.
So, gentlemen, I know we've been planning for this show for quite some time. And hey, for you guys tuning in, don't go away. You want to wait till the end. We've got a special dealer coming on to give a little bit of dealer testimonial as well. But the purpose of today's show is, we've already spent the time kind of introducing the product. We've gone through the catalog. We know the different offerings from the Aero to the Gold and so on and so forth. All that we've done. I know Ilya's in the past has spent some time, talking to us a little bit about the science behind sound control, right? All the elements involved, including, decibels and the different variables, the difference between vibration. We've done all that. And I encourage you to go check out our on-demand videos of the previous connected sessions that we've done with these guys. Very, very informative. Today, however, we brought in the specialist right below me here because we want to really get an overview, because today I think the message is what really separates STP from maybe the other brands and products and offering. And I think you guys really want to make a point of that today. So I don't know where we want to begin. Maybe I can start. Ilya, I will start with you. Like, how do you want to start this story? We know STP is in Russia. We know you guys are the manufacturer, but there's a lot of key points I think we want to drive home here.
Yeah. Well, we already brought up the first point. We've been doing this for 25 years already. That's a lot of experience, a lot of research and development involved over this quarter of a century already. And not only that, we have a lot of certificates to prove our quality and our statement here, I guess. And I've sent you a few of them if you don't mind pulling them up.
No, absolutely.
I'll let Vladimir talk about them.
You start exactly from the main point that just one of main advantage we consider as STP. So we are third-tier supplier for multiple car assemblers, and so we got a Ford here. And as for continuing your idea about certificates, we got a Ford Q1 certificate, well recognized all around the world, and talk for itself. As for international car assemblers, here it is, Q1. Nissan certificate for best quality supplier, the same third-tier. We supply Nissan in UK, in Sunderland, directly to them. Also, we supply a lot of car assemblers within Russia, so it's Toyota, Nissan, Volkswagen, Ford, Russian models, of course, your favorite band, Lada. So,
Lada! Team Lada.
Lada, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
French models, so you see it's here. Czech Republic, all of them here. So we started with car assemblers as the producers and started this market initially.
So just so we're clear, Vladimir, before you go too far, when you say you're first-tier supplier to the assembly lines, that means Standartplast is providing the material that these OEM manufacturers are using as their factory base damping material.
On conveyors.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah, exactly.
And Bogdan, my question to you, which it's important for dealers to understand, why is this important that dealers know this?
A lot of dealers are concerned whether the products that are being applied in the car kind of comply with certain standards for automotive industry that are worldwide known, and all of the STP products do comply with this product with this certification. And in addition, we also have multiple ISO certificates that speak for the quality of those materials. Not to mention, obviously, all of the materials are TS 16000 certified, which is a worldwide approved automotive standards for parts, basically.
See, and what you're saying is a very clear message, because and this is just me speaking, I'm not aware of any other brand in this category that operates at this level with this type of relationship, status, and manufacturing level capability to get this type of certification, or does anything with OEM, to be honest with you. It's the first I've heard of it. So very, very interesting point that Standartplast is at this level as far as OEM supply.
So it's recognized internationally by huge car manufacturers, right?
Mhm.
And customers shouldn't be afraid or concerned about it. We just suggest we continue the idea for final customers to improve the soundproofing, to improve the thermal isolation further after conveyor. So you may improve the sound within on 100%. So let's say if car assemblers trying to improve it plus minus roughly 10-15%, so you can move further. We just introduce a lot of tools for you, for customers, for installers, just to improve the sound. The same products that we supply to conveyors, even better. So it's
available right now, yeah.
Very,
And
very interesting.
on top of that, I wanted to also mention that within those 25 years, we were able to achieve a distribution to over 80 countries across the world that now sell our products, and that covers pretty much everywhere from North America to Asia right now.
It's a very important thing to mention that Asia is also covered by STP, meaning because typically a lot of 12-volt industry product and car part products come from China or any other Asian or Middle Eastern countries, and Standartplast actually has a very heavy presence in Asia. Which speaks for that our products are very not only price competitive, but also competitive from a quality perspective, even in the low-cost countries.
So let me understand this right. In the countries where I'm going to say a vast majority of the other products in the market are manufactured and branded, you're telling me STP has a very strong footprint in that market as well. That Absolutely. Is a testament to something. I mean, take for it what you will, but that is certainly a testament to something. I guess there's a reason why there's so many BMWs and Mercedes in China as well.
Yeah, fortunately, they can't copy a lot of unique products. But I would like also to continue the idea from OEM that we should consider, as we're talking from here from Russia as a producer, we should consider these strict requirements from car assemblers. And we just consider it all the time. And so again, it's kind of improvement from our laboratories and production that you got a quality product. So there's no point to worry about. So yeah.
Very, very interesting. Yeah, because there's so much behind that. We can spend a lot of time talking about that. Unfortunately, we're not going to go too deep into it. But to even achieve that type of certification, right? As far as quality, consistency, so on and so forth, all these requirements and checklists, it means a lot. Yeah. And I think the point here that we're trying to make is this is the level that STP operates at. So the product that you're getting in your shop to install into your customer's vehicle's car has gone through all that. Yes, versus maybe other brands that you might be working with or using it that might not have taken all that time and effort to get to. So that's what they need to know.
Exactly.
And just another very important thing to mention, like with all the certificates, the quality has to be continuous, right? Because those certificates only granted for a certain period of time. And, people that know ISO process and the requirements for getting certified with ISO, those are very rigorous requirements and standards, which are very, very hard to comply with. And that's a worldwide.
Honestly speaking, we got here audits. I pronounce it correctly.
Yep.
Audits.
Yep. Audit. Yep.
Yeah. Actually, each month, maybe twice or 3 times per month from different car assemblers, right? So it's very difficult to get, and we faced a lot of, copies or a lot of fake certificates from, let's say, Asia or whatever, which place some kind of certificates, but honestly speaking, it's very hard to get. We keep a lot of stuff here for quality department. It's a separate universe, so just try even not to touch them. But it's very very difficult. Yeah,
and that's where I wanted to also touch on our manufacturing capabilities, and that we have, as Vladimir can confirm, different plant for different product type, as well as we have our own laboratory, and I'll let Vladimir expand on that because he's right there on the spot right now.
Yeah, I'm sure you saw already a lot of films during previous podcasts, but briefly, yeah, there's 5. So well-known bitumen or rubber butyl vibrodeadening materials, so low frequencies, etc. Then foam products like polyurethane, polyethylene, foams, and it's now it's like foamed. Yeah, also cold molded and hot molded goods. It's well-known heat shield. I think you know. Also cold molded. It's this kind of stuff, aluminum things for hot rods. You know, yeah. Also polypropylene, very serious and very difficult production. So kind of, I got it here. So you may show it like this. So we produce different details on the requirement of car manufacturers. It's exactly this one. It's for trunk, I think, for some details. Also kind of bumpers, you know. Inclusions in bumpers, yeah, which protect from hits and so on.
So let me understand this right. Every material that you have incorporated into your products, you guys manufacture yourself?
Yeah. So yeah, all these productions are dedicated to separate items, to separate divisions, and so on. So we may talk about just so much time.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely go dive very deep. But
not only that, Ben, but it's also tested in the lab that is actually also.
I'm going to make
and our laboratory is the only one that's accredited to perform this sort of tests in Russia. Is that still the case, Vladimir? That our lab is the only one that has the accreditation to perform this type of...
Yes. So actually we have a separate website, so we can share later a link for it. Actually, there's some project noted which we engaged in. It's kind of airplanes, trains, presidential car, and so on. So this laboratory works on specific projects and some innovations which involve in complex, you know, challenges of our clients. Any subject which spread the noise or hit, so we're working with elevators, airplanes, helicopters, and so on.
Acoustic trials. You know, I was gonna make a joke. I said, you know, when I've seen the catalog, some people look at that and say, "Oh, these are just images they got from a website and just put it." No, these are actually images from their laboratories, guys. Like this is very heavy duty stuff. Like I was just
the name of the guy which is in glasses is Alexander.
Like it's him.
Genius. Yeah,
like he's a real person.
Yeah, real person.
Wow,
this is the guy who never sees the sunlight, probably.
That's the guy who never sees the sunlight.
That's the guy who never sees the sunlight,
and he doesn't want. Yeah.
Perfect. You know, we're 12 volt, but what is this all to say? Like you look at these images, you know, in trains, elevators, agriculture equipment. This is a brand that is very, very, very serious about the performance of materials when it comes to noise control. Right.
The requirements are very, very serious.
And the requirement. Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes it's top secret, but I don't know who will watch this podcast here in Russia. So hopefully,
if
we will escape.
You know, if Vladimir Putin can trust to soundproof his cars, then
really,
why not? Well, if you scroll back, it's the
this right here on
the
left.
The first one.
Interesting.
It's called Aurus vehicle. New model. Maybe there's some review already in YouTube, but
and that's what you were mentioning, Vlad, about the presidential vehicles. That's what you meant. Okay,
gotcha. Cortege, some kind of this
Cortege. Okay.
Now I expect invitation to Canada from this.
Oh yeah. All right.
And if you actually go back to the previous or next slide, in order to support all of that, we're over 800 employees right now, which is like enormous.
That's a big economic footprint.
It is locally.
Yeah, we got some social responsibility.
There is some social responsibility.
Regional one. Yeah, seems it's a huge enterprise for our region, for Russia. Yeah, I suppose internationally even, but
anywhere that's a big.
Anywhere, yeah. Thank you for compliment. Yeah. Anyway, but Yeah, huge stuff for production, for quality department, for laboratory, for acoustics, for engineers, commercial stuff, of course. Yeah.
Very, very good. All right, Ilya, what else we got as a point that you want to get across here? Because there's some pretty strong ones you presented so far.
Oh yeah. Well, we have a product for almost any range that you're looking for, starting from and right now I'm only touching the export car soundproofing level. I'm not going to go into the world of all the other products that we have. I think Vladimir, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we have well over 1,500 different SKUs. And
yeah, 1,500 plus minus might be 2,000, but if we combine all SKU from industrial direction to aftermarket, so yeah, plus minus.
Yeah.
It's a serial numbers, and yeah, it's in serial production.
That's a lot.
Regular one.
Considering that there are brands in this industry that do sell this stuff, and they have 3 SKUs.
Right.
So there's a big contrast there. This is what you're trying to say. Yes, I understand.
Yeah, and for products that we currently have in North America, you can find anything from silver line, where it's your DIY entry-level product that performs at par or even better than what's currently there on the market for the same price. And then you have our middle line, which we discussed like this. This is our golden middle ground, our STP Gold, where you have best performance to price ratio. And then you have our diamond lines with STP Aero and other products like Noise Block, for example, that will help you to achieve the maximum performance.
Yeah, and that's interesting. There's not a lot of brands out there. This unique offering from STP is to be able to offer that good, better, best, and ultimate package.
Yes.
If you're a car audio shop and you're selling high-end audio, you know which guys you are. Why not offer different trims when it comes to the sound control? Because you offer it in the speakers, you offer it in the amplifiers. It's a great option to be able to say, well, you're spending this kind of money on this system. Well, I can offer you the ultimate package with the higher end products, but at the same time have that entry level good, better, best situation.
Exactly.
Like you were just mentioning.
In my opinion, and I keep saying that to everyone, it's better to downgrade a little bit on your audio system, but invest in soundproofing. You will hear the difference.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not the first time
and
I've
it's
heard
not only coming from me. So
you're talking about taking your overall budget and making sure that there is enough budget in there for the sound control product.
Yeah, like, what's the point of inserting, like, putting in 5-10K into audio
if you can spend, if you don't want to spend like $1,500, $2,000 to make it sound proper, right?
It's like putting cruddy wires in when you're spending like top notch on your.
Exactly.
Why connect them? Well, what's the point? Everything has
might
to be
as
balanced.
well not buy the system and just wait until you can do this right. And a lot of like dealers, especially like in Russia and like some other European countries, like the premium installers, they even are reluctant to sell car audio without soundproofing. They just wouldn't do it.
It's senseless. Yeah, here.
Yeah, there's 2 trains of thought right now going on in the industry through discussions we've had with industry members, and one of them is they're not even putting out sounds like the serious guys we're talking about here, the specialty shops. They're not even putting out sound systems without DSP. Period.
No.
Like every system going out the door has DSP, and the other one is every system goes out the door with some type of sound control product. 100%.
Right.
So those are the kind of train of thought. Time is a clicking, Ilya. Let's keep it rolling. What else do we got going on?
Just wanted also to highlight complete brain.
Let me welcome best buyers, best dealers to Russia. So we're ready to welcome them here, just due to our anniversary. So
absolutely.
We can return to our start of the program with the announced discounts. We started globally, but first of all in Canada. So it's a good way for announcements. Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. I dug up 2 videos that I thought would kind of hit home with a couple of things that you guys got going on, and I was wondering if we could share these. And I'd like to hear your comments to what we're watching here. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah.
So the first video I found out, it's just shot on a phone. This is not a big fancy production, but it proves a point. So I'm going to play it, and then we're going to talk about this. All right. So let's watch this.
Давай еще разок. Ну, просто снимаем.
All right, who wants to talk first? Like, obviously, this is demonstrating something very, very obvious. But Vlad, what are the materials that are being used here?
So his two material is demonstrated. It's biplast, biplast, and as a second layer, and just trying to remember myself from videos. Okay, second layer, third layer, and noise block as a third layer, sound insulator. So the video was made suddenly. We just visited our branded shop, which is dedicated just for STP, and asked for sales rep just to demonstrate how he introduced this or that material to final customers. And it was very easy from his side, you know, just put the speaker on a solid surface. Actually, here it was kind of bomb, STP bomb. Then cover thirst layer. So definitely we felt the effect. Then he covered just with the noise block, 3 millimeters. And so it's totally disappeared. I just was so impressed that I just can hear my voice that just let repeat it once again, and he just covered it twice, and we just say whoa. We just even didn't edit it specially, somehow just issued it.
This is not this is not applied. This is just dropped on.
This is not rolled. This is not like
Yeah.
applied or anything. This is just.
So we can only expect better performance even once properly applied in the same.
And that's some kind of stigma in North American market. I think that was created a long time ago, that you can apply just the butyl-based material like sound bed, and it will provide a soundproofing, but it's not going to. And
really, the first material is just for vibration control, correct?
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Okay. Very, very cool. I got another one for you guys. So, you know, we talk about sound control, but really this is a market of controlling elements within a vehicle, right? So sometimes it's sound, sometimes it's heat, depending on what you want to achieve. So I found this one, and let's watch this for a second.
That's our other specialty line for heat control.
The temperature of the flame should be about 1,800 plus minus. Fireproof materials, fire mask-skull, dedicated to special industrial needs, kind of elevators, trains, metro carriages, airplanes as well.
Okay. So the reason I brought that up is because you guys were mentioning, look at that. So the reason I brought that video up, because you guys were mentioning the different type of materials that you do and how serious you do it. This is just another example. So you had shown a piece of material earlier, Vladimir, that you said was also a heat retardant material that you had with you. Is that a similar material to that? Is that the same type of? Yes.
No, it's just a more simple thing. So it's kind of aluminum.
Okay.
It's cold molded tool. As for fire masks, also I dropped you a link for separate special website for these fireproofing materials. But it again, just it was as an answer for new challenge from our customer. I even can't say who it is, not so top secret. Just I can't imagine who was first, but seems like a train. Yeah, just to protect it from flame.
Interesting. I think there's a lot of applications for that type of material, and we're just scratching the surface here in North America, anyhow, with playing with these type of materials for different industries. Because let's be honest, we are very behind. We don't know the type of technology that's available out there. Therefore, the businesses and the industries are not in place yet. I think it's a fresh departure, and it's open to whoever grabs us by the horns and says, hey, this is something that we can offer. So very, very interesting. And it's important that we show that. That's the whole point of this show. As we go forward, the other thing I want to talk about real quick was the support. So like STP has so many different websites. It's a little overwhelming, to be completely honest with you. I can sit here and show you a website that talks about their laboratories. They have a website that has to talk with a retail chain of specialty shops that only specialize in sound damp and soundproofing. Imagine that. This is a franchise. I believe it's only in Russia for now.
Yeah.
But just the reason I'm bringing this up is to show and demonstrate where this can go. The potential that these kind of products can go in the North American market. We just need people to understand that that potential is there, but the products are definitely there. So Bogdan, I'm going to ask you something. Where we are right now, your goal with STP. I know you started in car audio. It was a very specific little market. Where do you see this going in the next 6 months, 1 year?
So right now we're trying to take the soundproofing and our brand and expand it to as many other niches and industries as much as possible. As of right now, currently, we're already supplying our materials for manufacturing assembly lines here in Canada that manufacture dishwashing restaurant equipment on a large scale, and those are also our regular customers. And in Europe, STP products are used by various appliances manufacturers such as Beko, Indesit, and our materials have been applied in like dishwashing, again, like kind of home dishwashing equipment, any other sort of appliances. And this is kind of our goal, to take this, because there's so many applications, there's so many niches. And even for ourselves, every year we keep discovering new applications, new ways of using the materials, and it's a never-ending story. And our goal is to take this not out of the 12 volt industry and take it to as many other markets as possible. That's
not only that, we also have architectural soundproofing that's probably coming to North America in next few years. Depends how we analyze the market. And then not only that, but I also want to bring up the expansion that we're looking for right now to US as well, and that we're looking for local distributors right now in US. And if anyone is interested in carrying our products, feel free to reach out to us, and let's start discussing that.
So let me repeat that just in case you guys didn't catch that. You guys are expanding, looking, and actively seeking new partnerships in the US for distribution right now.
Yeah.
I know we're Canadian audience, but we've got tons of American listeners and watchers. So if you guys are paying attention, STP is looking for some help, some assistance to grow North American wide. Put up some numbers there, stp-canada.com. There's the number to get a hold of Bogdan or Ilya. If you're a Canadian dealer and you're interested, especially Ontario, Quebec, and the East Coast, make sure you get a hold of the guys at Sobel Imports. They got STP in stock ready to ship to you.
Yeah.
I want to review on a couple 5 points here that you just laid out there, Mr. Ilya. So first and foremost, what was the first point? The first point, you guys are the manufacturer.
Manufacturer of 25 years now, as of November 11th.
Pure soundproofing, only soundproofing.
And that's what you guys do. And there's 5 different factories and 845 different people that work there. And you got scientists that you keep in cages and don't see daylight. This is what you guys do. You are the manufacturer.
Yes.
What is the second point?
Second point would be our vast and different product portfolio that's available for essentially anyone who wants to either enter the game or who's already there and wants the best price to quality ratio, or we have products for those who are looking for the ultimate.
Solution. I think the key word is ultimate.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Ultimate. And in their past, if you guys go back and watch our past Connected, we even did one, and Ilya went through the difference between doing a door and doing the ceiling and doing the floor, and all that's already covered. So vast catalog. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
So advantage of own production, I would say. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. OEM Manufacturing Certification.
And not only certification, but supplying to those Tier 1 in Europe and Russia right now. I believe it's the great point that really makes us different from everything else on the market. I haven't monitored it in past few months, but I think we're the only ones right now. And Vladimir, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're actually the only ones who have those certificates and have that presence in OEM market. And on top of that is the already vast network of across the world where our products are represented and competitive.
The fourth point I have noted here is the price range. You know, we don't want to scare dealers thinking that this is only ultimate top level stuff, because you have that entry level stuff that can that can compete with, you know, every other brand out there. The difference is you take it to that next few levels up as you go higher. So the price range is definitely flexible and welcoming, right, to dealers of all different statures. And the final point being that, you know, for those higher end guys, which we do speak to because we have a lot of those guys that watch, this is an offering that you can go ultimate level on, right? You're selling the top of the line deal. Yeah, you can go top of the line when it comes to sound control here.
Exactly, man.
Like, we want all our dealers to have an opportunity to, first of all, compete with, you know, other online platforms and, you know, be able to offer a lower cost solution to the customer. Plus, we want them to have an opportunity to be unique and to stand out from the crowd, to be able to stand out from the crowd and, you know, be able to use high-end premium materials which will deliver the best results.
Well, on that note, I'm gonna see if you can put your money where your mouth is, because I think you can, but I'm just saying that. We got a dealer here that I'm gonna bring on. This guy's been real popular on this show. I don't know. He might have to take over my job soon. I think I'm gonna offer him, so I can take a vacation. But he's busy enough. I don't even know if he has time to do this. Anyhow, we're gonna go to Sudbury, Ontario again, where a gentleman by the name of Conrad Leduc is standing by from Sudbury Car Audio. I know he's busy working on a crazy Maserati. Yes, he actually took on a Maserati. But let's not mention that because, you know, it's a challenging vehicle. I don't want to, you know. What's going on, Conrad?
Hello, back again.
Hello. Hey, Conrad.
Hey, Conrad.
Welcome to CMA, hosted by Ben Wu and Conrad Leduc.
And co-hosted by Conrad Leduc at this point. Conrad, you have been one of those early adopters when it came to this brand. I remember even over a year ago when we first started this thing, one of the first images I saw of STP product on a vehicle was from your shop. You've had the chance to know these guys, work with the materials. You've heard a little bit of this presentation. We've got Vladimir on us, kind of, you know, extending that knowledge even further. But I want to bring it back for the last part of the show to the retailer level, which is why you're here. You know, I've said a lot. I try to be as neutral as possible. This is what I do. I've seen certain points that these guys have presented that I can't argue and definitely make them stand out in the line. I want to hear from you now as a retailer. What is the differences for you that make STP unique?
Yeah, I mean, we have been using it for quite a while. I think I remember when you saw that photo and you said, "What is that?" And I had to explain it. It's new for people, but, you know, we're used to it. It's a fantastic product. First of all, we have it. That's my door demo back there, where we have two full doors from cars on the wall, and you can knock on one and knock on the other, and the difference is people's mouths hit the floor when they hear the difference. It's fantastic. It definitely, I'll say, easily competes with anyone else. Not even close. Like it's up there. Upper echelon product.
So we're not here to knock any brands or whatnot, but we do want to hear your feedback. So, like, name me 2 or 3 things that you feel or notice when you're installing, or results that you see a little bit different from this product.
One of the biggest things for me is actually cosmetics. Apart from the product working, it works fantastic. We've proven that. They've proven that. The fact that the sheet has lines on it, it's the silliest thing, but you can cut straight lines.
Oh, it's gridded.
And
like
it's
printed
gridded.
On.
It's like it's gridded, and you can match them up. If you know your last piece was 3 lines, you cut 3 more lines. It's the silliest thing. But as an installer, it's the same as an amplifier manufacturer putting all the connections on the bottom, saying it's install friendly. That is one of the easiest things to allow us to do our jobs.
Is that why every time you put it on, it looks so straight, all the logos?
It looks beautiful. And when you put it all lines and all, like when we've overlapped sheets and you cannot tell. From foot away, you cannot tell.
Right.
It adheres great. It works great. We currently use the gold religiously. We more recently brought in, we talked to the guys and we got some silver. which is the lighter stuff, and the Aero. And the silver is that price point product. It's there for almost anyone to be able to get sound deadening in their vehicle. You almost can't say no for the low price of it.
Now, is that so? It's very attractive from a price point. Now, at your shop, before up until a couple months ago, Conrad, I used to tell Conrad as that one man show, but now there's like people with him. He's got a team with him now. How much percentage of the vehicles coming out of your shop from a real stereo upgrade have sound damping?
When we do a full system, which is normally what we do most of the time, we will honestly close about 90% of people with sound deadening. And I'm not talking a little bit. I'm talking our door treatment. It's not a square. It's the door. The door gets done when we amplify a speaker. That's it. Inside and out, double layers. And that's the way we do it.
Very interesting. And that's what the guys were talking about earlier. So my question to you is, with access to these kind of materials, okay, do you see a potential in expanding business when it comes to more full, complete sound control situations, as in soundproofing perhaps, or head-to-toe sound damping?
100%. We have done vehicles at this shop that did not get audio. And we have done 20-hour removals of the interior, everything but the shifter, and the entire car from firewall to back shelf to trunk, door, ceiling, floor, everything is soundproofed. Now, the one that comes to mind was a Honda Accord. And after we went for a drive with our computer and our microphones, and it may not be the level of quality of products that STP uses to test, but we did get quite a significant noise drop in a drop in the noise floor.
Did you get 3 dB less?
We're talking like 5.
Oh, 5 dB.
Yeah.
And that's huge. And when you look at it, from a sound reduction perspective, 5 dBs off of, let's say, 75 dB level is actually almost over a 50% reduction in noise. Correct, Vladimir? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct. Because it's a logarithmic scale there.
Yeah.
Always refer back to our other connecteds. We covered this with Ilya. We talked about the logarithmic effect.
Go watch a couple podcasts back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we also have a couple. Sorry, Ben. We also have a couple YouTube videos from Tony, where he was also applying the materials and testing the noise inside the cabin prior to installation and after. And you can also see. Same as Conrad was explaining, he was measuring with all the microphones and everything. You can see the significant noise reduction.
So, I think you were in the backstage, Conrad, when we're talking about, STP, they offer that entry level, like you said, that silver. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about good, better, best, ultimate. You got a customer coming in. He's coming up with the full out VXI JL audio, all out Morel, top of the line gear. Are you looking at this opportunity to max out on the sound damping as well? Because they have the materials to offer.
Yeah. So one of the newer things you also brought in for us was the Aero, which is that more of that soundproofing. We joke with people. We tell them it keeps your farts in, and they love that. They laugh, but it sells. It just flat out, they love it. We've proven it works. We have it not only on demo here, we have it on demo in a vehicle. And when someone gets in the vehicle, and if we take them for a drive just with no audio, they're going, how does this Toyota Tacoma drive like an upper end car?
It's that noticeable.
Yeah, 100% it is. They don't expect that. They expect it to be a noisy truck. But the floor is done, the roof is done, the doors are done twice. We went to the extreme, but it works.
Interesting. So I think a demo is almost clutch if you want to sell it. You need to put people in the car and go for a drive around the block. For them. I
don't know if people have enough room, but to have 2 full doors.
That's a huge difference.
It's a huge difference. And we did that so people can also be interactive. They can go knock on the door themselves. I don't have to do it. I'm not knocking on a certain spot, right? Let them do it. That's why it says try me. That's old school. But it works.
Old school absolutely works. Did you have any questions for maybe some of the specialists we have on here, or vice versa? If you guys have a question for Conrad, this would be the time.
I don't. I mean, the product's great. Keep doing what you're doing. The guys are not just making product; they're proving it, which is nice to see. Because
Go ahead, Conrad.
I learned that they were around for 25 years from this call. That's something I didn't know. But that's great, and it's nice to see that a company that is going to make a product and call it the best can actually say, "Look, this is why we say this," and it's reassuring to us as dealers, and it's reassuring to our customers when we talk about that history as well.
It gives you those selling points, right, to instill confidence. 100%.
100%.
Like I learned about the manufacturing and the OEM partners that they have, like that certification. Like nobody else can do that. That's a very, very interesting selling point, especially when you're talking to a finicky customer. Oh, I don't know. Is this really going to improve from factory? You know, those type of customers. So sorry, Bogdan, you had a question for Conrad.
And like, remember, Conrad, when you just like contacted us after one of the CMA podcasts, like you mentioned that you've heard of STP from other installers that are like from other countries worldwide, right? That like STP has kind of a name, like, you know, and in the small community of the 12-volt installers, that's kind of how you've heard about STP. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm very active on social, like Ben knows and says all the time. I saw it on a website, an install website, and then someone used STP. And every time I see a name of something, I'll check it out because you want to know. You never know when it's going to be a diamond in the rough or just rough.
Right.
But I checked it out, and then I went, "Holy geez, this is not one little brand here. This is everywhere." And I started seeing it, and then I found out there was a Canadian supplier, and we went, "Well, let's try this stuff." And we bought bulk right away. Like we had a sample kit sent to us. The second you took out the sample kit, you knew right away all of the products were fantastic, and they all have their own specific use. So if someone doesn't want to get the full-blown door with double layers, they can get one layer. They can buy 2 layers, buy 3 layers. And then when we bought in bulk and we used it for the first time, I think it was a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van. And we sent the guys at STP some photos of that. That was a $20,000 audio job.
Oh, I remember that kit. Yeah, the amp rack behind the head, right?
We did the whole bulkhead,
Yeah.
and all the panels in the back. And I think we used 4 packs of it, and it was.
Was the customer happy?
I thought we would have used 8 packs, but we used 4, and it was that effective. It was great.
What did the customer have to say?
Oh, super happy. He's one of my bigger clients, and he's very like now when he gets something, it's STP.
Interesting.
It's no question.
So before I let you go, Conrad, what recommendation do you have? I mean, you've talked already about so many good things, from the install side of things, from the packaging. What, like, if other dealers watching this, you know, Conrad's using this. What recommendation do you have for them?
You know what? The price is right now. Like I don't expect it to go up, or I hope it wouldn't, but the price is on par. It really is. The guys have proven what they have is a great product, and when you price it out, if you buy in bulk and do your $1 a square foot, you're going to go, "Hey, wait a minute. This is actually good product for the lower price, not a cheaper alternative." It's really not. That's why we use it. Because we are building those 5-digit systems with this product. And that's it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Check out their Instagram feed 100%. Or their Facebook page, Sudbury Car Audio. It's all in every one of his installs. So I'll let you get back to your little Italian challenge there.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care,
Conrad. Thank you, Conrad.
Thank you, guys. Thank you
for joining.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, he likes the product. There's no doubt about that.
That's great. Yeah.
You didn't hear it from us.
No, you didn't hear it from you guys. But, you know, Conrad's one of those guys, though. Like, he's pretty critical. Like, if he doesn't like something, he's going to be pretty adamant about it. And I don't think he said that everything else sucks. That's not what he was trying to say. I think what he said was, you know, the product looks good. He uses it. He has confidence in it. The price point is there. And the options are there. And I think that's the key message of what I got from what Conrad had to say. Anyways, I'm going to circle back to Vladimir before we let you go. What message do you have for North American customers that may be watching this, or maybe global? Because I've seen people from Mexico and everybody's joining here today. What message do you have?
I really appreciate you, Ben, and guys, and Conrad's message was incredibly surprising for me because he just noted everything correctly. He diverse areas, ranges, everything that we keep in mind. And why do we appreciate work with the dealers, or I would say installers here? It's that we can, you know, put into effect what we keep in our mind together. So, you know, just we invent, we innovate, and so on and so on. We bring it to the market, and dealers and installers, again, just there in the front line, and they just transfer the idea to final customers, exactly like Conrad did it already.
Yeah,
And
that's a unique situation too, because Conrad is the head installer, but he's also serving the customer. He's a small shop, but he does a ton of business in a small shop place because he's such a specialist and good at his.
He explained me everything I needed just as a customer. He just noted all the points, all clauses, all advantages, and that was just overwhelming. Just great. Yeah,
hey, I wasn't joking. Look at this. Christian from Mexico says that STP rules the sound. And we got another person, Alvin Moon, saying that it's the best known sound treatment in South Africa. Look at that. All over the world watching.
Greetings.
Right.
Kristen now in a train to factory. So they come with a visit to Russia to factory, and now on the way from St. Petersburg to Ivanovo to factory. So we'll welcome them just in 2 hours, I guess. They will
that's awesome.
Arrive finally. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for COVID to clear. Ilya and Bogdan said they bring me to Russia for sure, and we do
a tour. Welcome. Yeah.
We have some unfinished
no pressure, guys. No pressure. Listen, Vladimir, thank you so much for taking the time. I know it's probably evening over there where you are, but I think you brought a lot of expertise. Is exactly what we wanted to have on this show, and some credibility and some insight as to just at what level STP is operating at. So with that, I want to thank you once again on behalf of our show, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vladimir.
Take care, Vladimir.
Thank you, Vladimir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Listen, I think if the mission was to kind of prove a point, I think that mission was accomplished. I think having Conrad coming on really kind of put the cherry on top and put all the pieces of the puzzle together. You're a growing company. You're a growing brand. You've got incredible product. You're doing your best to get the message and information out there. Those through podcasts like this, guys. If you're interested in finding out more information, I'm going to go ahead and put up the info again. Bogdan, next steps. I know you talked a little bit about it, but what are the next steps? This is what I want to know. But are you happy? Do you feel that dealers know about you yet, or you're just continuously going to be pushing?
We're going to continuously be pushing, and we want to try to get as much information out there as possible about our brand, about the wide variety of products that we're able to offer to the final customer. And we really want to work with dealers, and currently, as we mentioned before, we're actively looking for distributors in United States.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's anybody who is interested in carrying STP products or working with STP, feel free to contact us. We would be more than happy to discuss any of those opportunities.
I know for a fact there's a couple distributors that do watch this show. And wouldn't be surprised if either myself or yourself got some messaging after this. So very, very important message. Ilya, you mentioned something right at the top of our show. I'm going to bring it back because it's super important. Go ahead. What is this all about?
Again, we're celebrating 25 years. And until November 11th, everyone will have a 25% discount on all our products. And if you're a dealer who's watching right now or will be watching on demand after, if you contact us today, you're going to receive additional 5% discount to your price list. And I just wanted to say, Ben, that we are only starting. There's a lot of work ahead of us. We've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and I can see the market change already. Not a lot, but it's a small step to something bigger here. And
honestly, you can only go up at this point. There's
exactly.
No way. Unless you feel like quitting and not doing this anymore. That's the only way it's going to go down. But if you the potential is there, and now it's just the work, right?
And not only that, but we are in a secret development right now of few breakthrough products as well that we'll introduce next year probably.
Secret
I think the industry overall is going in direction of better performing, lighter products. Mm-hmm. And if we can find an even better product than Aero, that's going to be our next step.
So that just means there's something coming out that's going to be better than Aero, but you're going to let us know when that happens.
We'll see.
Okay.
Still a secret, but it's coming.
That's fine. I'm sure we'll get on once again. Gentlemen, congratulations on the expansion. I wish you best of luck finding some American partnerships. Hopefully it happens through this show. I want to give a shout out to Conrad from Sudbury Car Area for joining us today. I want to give a shout out to Vladimir over at headquarters for joining us, and to you, gentlemen, for making the time. Keep up the good work. And I'll make sure if you're dealer watching this, you will better be in our Facebook dealer groups. I'm going to put up that special that they have. Get in on it before the end of today. It's an additional discount on top of the anniversary discount only for today, which is October 19th. Guys, have a good one, man. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you for having us.
Pleasure as always.
Take care now.
Thank you.
There you have it, guys. STP bringing it serious, bringing it for real, dropping down the hammer on a couple of key points they wanted to communicate out there, looking for new partnerships on the U.S. side. And I, for one, have to admit, there were some pretty convincing arguments there, and certainly some testimonial from Conrad over at Sudbury Car Audio doesn't hurt at all. Guys, we are midweek. I'm going to be back here with you Friday. We also have a CMA Live going down tomorrow night. You don't want to miss that at 8 p.m. Eastern, where it's all about lighting systems. So make sure you catch that. On that note, thanks for tuning in to another CMA Connected presented by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.